you want to grow some delicious food or plant some beautiful flowers, check out these awesome raised garden beds from Vengarus. Right here I've got the 6 by 3 by 1.5, the 8 by 2 by 1.5, and the 8 by 4 by 1. These things are awesome. Let's get into it. Okay, so what I've got here is the 8 by 2 by 1.5 foot raised, silver coated, galvanized garden bed. They also sent me their 6 by 3 by 1.5 and their 8 by 4 by 1. That thing is gigantic. They make these in like 11 different sizes. They have the ones that I've got here, 4 by 3 by 1, 6 by 3 by 1, 8 by 2 by 1. There's other 8 by 3s, there's 9 by 3s, there's 12 by 3s. I mean, you can get these in all different shapes and sizes. Everything is included in the box when they get to you. All the hardware, all of the caps for the corners, everything is in here. 15 minutes or less to assemble these things. They've got bracing in the middle. Now, I really love raised garden beds. I've got a whole garden full of raised garden beds. And this product right here is really good quality. I've already put the two together. We're gonna do this 8 by 2 by 1.5 on camera so you can see just how easy this is. So these come from Vengarus. That's how you spell it right there. They make top quality products when it comes to raised garden beds. And what I really like about theirs is all of their edges are rolled. So there's no chance you're gonna come across there when you're gardening and cut yourself. All of the edges are rolled, and the roll is a good 1/2 inch. So it's rolled down in there really nicely. You don't have to worry about getting cut. This also comes with gloves. You can put the gloves on so you don't have to worry about getting any kind of nicks or cuts on your fingers or hands while you're putting these together. I didn't use the gloves while I put them together and I had no problem. But just be safe, heed the warning, use the gloves while you put them together. And let's get this open and check it out. Okay, when you open it up, it's gonna look just like this. There's all kinds of styrofoam protectant, keeping it all in place. There's the gloves I was talking about. It's got your manual right here, and this is the packet of hardware. Everything else is just right here, laid on the box. Really easy, really simple. We're gonna go ahead and get it together. Okay, I also wanna mention these are the corner pieces, and that is the nice plastic caps to keep everything nice and safe so you don't scratch your hands up on there. These will go right on the top. The bottom has this little divot cut out right there, and that is for ground stakes. This actually comes with ground stakes also. So once you get it leveled and in place, you can go ahead and insert those. Of course, once you get the dirt in here, it's not gonna go anywhere. But it's nice to have those just so it's nice and stable where you want it before you start filling it up with dirt. Now, once you get all of the packing and the hardware and everything out of the way, when you open this up, you're gonna have your 2 end panels right on top. Just below that is all of the longer side panels. Now, I suggest go ahead and taking the corners and attaching those to the end panels for both sides, and that'll make it much easier to assemble, also much quicker. And either way you want to do it, 15 minutes is about max for assembly on this. And when you're ready to go ahead and put these together, remember you've got those gloves that they provided. Go ahead and put those on if you're worried about getting any kind of cuts or scrapes. Also, there's a rolled edge on the top, rolled edge on the bottom. You want that to be on the inside where the dirt is gonna be. You've got your corner cap right here. Go ahead and take one of the Phillips head bolts, stick that through the corner cap, put it right in the top here, and then you got your corner post with the dimple on the bottom. That's where the ground stake goes through, and you're simply gonna line that up on the inside of this panel, just like that. Take your nut right there and just go hand tight till you get all of the nuts and bolts all the way down. There's 4 on each side, and that is a 10 millimeter for the nut there. Very, very simple. Go ahead and put in all the rest of the bolts with the nuts. Super easy. Everything lines up beautifully. Just remember, if you're doing this on a table or something that you really care about, keep the cardboard down. That way you don't scratch anything up. And once you've got everything in there, you can use a Phillips head screwdriver, a crescent wrench, a 10 millimeter, or just like I got here, I use a drill and I use this 10 millimeter wrench, and just go ahead and tighten everything up securely. and then you'll repeat the exact same process for this side right here. So once you've got both corners on one end, it's the exact same process for the other end, and then we can start putting the long panels on the inside, and then they also have these really nice bracings that go in the middle of that to help keep from any kind of flexing or bowing once you put your soil inside of here. So it should look similar to this right here. Make sure that you've got the dimples for the ground stakes both on the bottom. That way you don't have to come back through and turn a corner. If you do, it's really simple. You just undo the 4 bolts and turn the corner, but much easier to just get it right the first time. Moving along at the easiest and quickest way to put this together, I've got all 4 corners attached, 2 on each end. I'm going to go ahead and leave one end up here and get 2 of the side panels, attach it to here. I'll move that off the table, and then I'll do the exact same thing to this panel. Same thing on these longer panels. It has a rolled edge on the top and the bottom. Make sure that rolled edge is on the inside where the dirt's going to be. Simply take the long panel, line it up on the outside of that corner post. That top bracket right there is going to help keep everything in place. Go ahead, get your hardware. That's 4 bolts, 4 nuts. Start it up and then tighten everything down. Okay, that's one side connected to the end. I'm going to get the other side panel here and connect it to the corner over here. And then I'll do the exact same thing for the other end panel. And then I'll take both of these pieces outside in a bigger area and put those together in the middle using these really cool braces that they provide here. And these right here are going to help from any kind of flex or bowing once you start getting your soil inside of here. You can take these and you can sit them down right on the ground just like I do, or you can put them down on a concrete pad on top of wood. Whatever you want to do, these things are made to be outside in all the elements. It's silver coated, galvanized, anti-rust, very nice material. So I'm only about 5 minutes into this project, and all I've got left to do is scoot these together and attach the middle section. Super easy, super simple, and really, really quick putting these together. Now when you do this part, it doesn't matter. You can have this on the outside of that one and this on the inside. It doesn't matter which way you do it. Just make sure at each place you use this bracing in each one of those holes. There's one for each. You get 4 total, and it uses the exact same hardware. So just slide it together just like that. And very simple, just go through, put your hardware through there, grab your bracing, line that up, and put the nut on the bolt. Very, very simple. Do that for both sides. Line up the holes, take your bracing, put it on there, and then put the nut right on the bolt. Do that all the way down, and then it's completely finished. And that's it. It's all together. Super simple. Took me less than 10 minutes to put this 8 by 2 by 1.5 bed together. Really, really nice. Absolutely love this thing. Really lightweight, so you can move this thing around before you get your soil set in here. Now, once you've got them all built, go ahead and sit them in place where you want these things to be and start your garden. As you can see, I've got a pretty good idea on raised garden beds. And let me tell you, these are top quality. I really, really love this 8 by 2 by 1.5 bed. I love that it's not so deep, so if you have issues bending over or anything, this one is not too far to reach over. Really nice for that, and I love the depth of that. That 1.5 is just really nice, especially for carrots and stuff like that. And over here is the 6 by 3 by 1.5. This one again is not so wide that you can't bend over and reach the other side. And you've got that nice 1.5 inch depth and that 6 foot length. Really nice bed. You're going to want to level these before you go ahead and put any soil in here. A nice little tip is take the cardboard boxes that they came in, put them on the ground, and then sit these on top of it. That's going to help any kind of weeds or anything from coming up through your garden. Now over here is the 8 by 4 by 1. This one is a pretty large bed, and it's really not an issue as long as you can get on both sides of it like I have here. If you're kind of up against something and you can't reach all the way across, You may want to go with something a little less wide, like the 3 foot wide or the 2 foot wide. But if you can get on both sides, the 4 foot wide is no problem. I really, really like these garden beds. They really stand out. Going to be able to get quite a bit of food in these. And I just really like the quality of these. Plus, really easy. I mean, less than 10 minutes to put these together on all 3 of these. It took me less than 10 minutes on each one of these. Now, they suggest 15 minutes or less. It took me about 10 minutes. Absolutely love these things. Highly recommend them. Appreciate everybody watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye now.